Welcome back into the Bulldog Digital Network as we get set for the men's game here in this Appalachian Athletic Conference matchup. And it's Johnson coming to town against Tennessee Wesleyan. This series favored Tennessee Wesleyan for the majority of it, but the Royals have picked up the last three in the series. Overall, it's Wesleyan still in front 5-4 though. Tennessee Wesleyan comes in 2-2 overall. Johnson 4-1. Logan Sharp, the head coach in his second year there, up in the North Knoxville area and Seymour area. Randy Casey, of course, in his first season here at Tennessee Wesleyan, assisted by Jaron Tall in his first season. Bulldogs predicted 10th in the preseason, currently in a tie for 6th. Johnson predicted to be second, currently in a tie for 3rd in the conference standings. Still early in the year, but nonetheless, these two teams will battle it out here from James L. Robb. Wesleyan coming off a win against CIU on the road, 84-82. Johnson coming off a loss at Freed Harmon, 82-64. So one looking to continue the winning, the other looking to get back into the win column here tonight. Again, Johnson a newcomer to the conference over the last couple of years. Wesleyan is 3-1 here at home against them. They started playing a few times before Johnson joined the Appalachian Athletic Conference. But Wesleyan averaging 82.6 points per game in the series. Johnson 81.4, so expect a high scoring affair here tonight from home. Tennessee Wesleyan will be in their home white uniforms, blue numerals. Johnson in the baby blue with navy blue numerals trimmed in white. We'll look at their starting lineups first as they start announcing those here at James L. Robb. Number 1, 6'7" junior forward Mason Lockhart from Atlanta, Georgia, averages 11.2 a game. Number 2, Isaiah Poor, 5'11" senior guard from Nashville, Tennessee, also averages 11.2. Number 3, 6'2" sophomore point guard Tyler Moore, averages 15.2, hailing from Nashville, Tennessee as well. Number 5, Taurus Woods, 6'2" senior guard, averages 20.4 per game to lead the Royals. He's from Bolivier, Tennessee. And then 10, the 6'6" freshman forward Caden Wendell, averages 9.4 game from Knoxville, Tennessee. And his dad, Kevin, played here at Tennessee Wesleyan with now assistant athletic director Ray Stone. So Wendell's, I saw them in attendance over to the right here tonight. Now looking at your starting lineup for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Number 4, the 6'5" guard/forward, and he's a senior. It's Jay Reed from Birmingham, Alabama, 7.3 points per game. Number 11, 6' senior guard Amari Young, 17 points per game from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Number 20, Peyton West from Cookeville, Tennessee, 6' senior guard, averages 17 a game. Number 30, Ty Hurst, 6'5" wing. He's also a senior, averages 15.3 from Knoxville, Tennessee. And then number 22, the 6'9" freshman forward, Armando Corrado from Mérida, Spain, will be out there as well, number 22. So the Bulldogs get set for this jump. Again, Montreat will be in town on Saturday, so it's conference games start so much earlier nowadays compared to what they did just a few years ago. But nonetheless, the Randy Casey era of Tennessee Wesleyan basketball at home, and regular season action is getting set to tip off here. Still a big crowd on hand. Student section filled in well over there. Corrado jumps for the tip, but it's going to go Johnson's way. And it will be Moore. Send it over to Woods. Now Wendell out top of the key. Feed down low to the big man Lockhart. Lockhart puts it on the floor, spin move. Little turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound pulled off by Manning. Armando, a.k.a. Manning. Now Amari Young gets all the way in and scores, and Wesleyan up early, 2-0 here. Young making the jersey switch, wearing number 11 this year. He's worn 13. Here's Woods on the drive, gets to the right side, off the glass, no good, long rebound. Collected by Young, up to Reed in transition. Reed takes on a double team, layup no good. Corrado makes it. Guardado makes it a 4-point game. Wendell up top. Down low, trying to work it to Lockhart. Ball poked away. Recovered here, though, by Poor. Poor trying to work against West. Fade away. Jumper is good. Wesleyan still in the lead, though. Just over 1:15 played. Young. Bulldogs trying to work it on the perimeter. Reed with it now. Top of the key, feed down low. Guardado back to the basket. Little sky hook onto the left hand is good. Guardado, his second bucket of the game. Out front, it's Moore trying to work against Young. Young right there with him. They switch off. Young picks up Woods. Young just picking up anybody that comes in the front court. Pass deflected. Reed comes up with it. Gets it over to West. Bounce pass to Young. Young back out of the corner. Gives it up to West. Top of the key. Now Reed with it off the right wing. Lob down low. Layup. No good on the left side. Under the basket. Just couldn't get the spin on it. Three-pointer by Wendell. No good. Hurst collects the top rebound. Young's going to slow it down. Hurst makes a move to the basket. And now there's going to be a foul here on Poor. His first, team first. As he and West were battling it out. Young gets it in. Hurst, right back to Young it goes from the NAIA logo. 2.5 minutes gone. Hurst trying to take it off the dribble, working against Lockhart. Kick out, Reed back to Hurst. Hurst for three, off the back iron. Long rebound collected by Wendell. He'll push it up. They get it into the hands of Woods. Blocked inside by Hurst. Reed. Here comes Young with it in transition. Out to West, he'll pop the three. That one does rattle home for the Bulldogs. 7-point advantage for Tennessee Wesleyan and an early timeout here by Johnson. We'll take it with them here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Be Johnson's ball after Wesleyan has taken the 7-point lead, 9-2. Bringing it across the Tom stripe was Moore. He gets it over to Woods. Poor now has it. Right wing, deeper in the corner it goes to Woods. Back up top, Poor. Thought about the three. He'll pass it off to Moore. Working against Young. Quick touch pass from Wendell into the corner. It goes to Poor. Shot clock down to 5. Poor trying to work into the lane. Skies up for a little baby hook, and it's good. Out of the timeout by Johnson. Ran it deep into the shot clock. But Wesleyan still a 2-possession game, up 9-4. Again, the Wesleyan women losing a heartbreaker here tonight. 68-65 against Johnson. Mismatch down low. Wesleyan trying to work it down low. Bounce pass over to Reed. Now Young takes an open three, and it goes for Amari Young. Largest lead of 8 for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes gone by. Wendell. Now to Woods. Woods, right side of the lane. Here's Poor for a three, trying to answer back, and Young commits the unheard of fouling a three-point shooter. There'll be 3 shots coming for Isaiah Poor. He's a 67% shooter on the season. First one is short and off the right side. Ty Runyon getting set to check in for Tennessee Wesleyan, the McMinn County native. Just played across town as Poor makes the second of 3. And so Ty will give Amari Young a breather. And of course, Ty did play high school ball for Coach Randy Casey at McMinn County when he was the head coach there. 2 of the 3 free throws dropped for Poor. Makes it a 6-point game. Now a timeout had to be called by Tennessee Wesleyan. It's only a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here with you through it. Of course, Tennessee Wesleyan will be back in action, men and women, here on Saturday. Montreat comes to town, 2 and 4 o'clock tip-off. And then the men of Tennessee Wesleyan travel to Georgetown, or welcome Georgetown out of Kentucky down. Correction, that is in Kingsport, the little early December tournament up there. They'll also play Cumberland out of Middle Tennessee. Hurst set to inbound it. Wesleyan seeing full court press. Reed gets the inbounds, back to Hurst it goes. Wesleyan a 3-on-2 break. West going for a 3, missed it. Rebound battled for and picked up by the Royals off the court. Moore bringing it up the floor. Near corner, Poor, bounce pass feed into Lockhart. Kick out to Poor, he'll take the open 3. In and out that one goes, and Hurst has got another board. Runyon bringing it up the court, pulls up 15-footer, drills it. Defender's hand in the face, and Ty Runyon just still knocks it down. .22 Ben Rice checking in for Johnson. Poor. That was a softball toss and a slam there. As Wesleyan gets the block from Manny Corrado. Johnson's going to get another sub in. Desmond Billingsley checks in. Number 2, Poor with it. He'll pull up from 15 foot and answers the Runyon 2. 14:51 to play here in the first half of action. Wesleyan trying to get the sweep on the night, or the split on the night. Johnson going for the sweep. Here's Hurst, spins into the lane. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Reed battles tough for a rebound. Underneath, they'll have it. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Reed catches the inbounds, gets to Hurst, back to West. West out front. We've also got 13 Kayvon Blankenship into the game for Johnson. Runyon off the dribble, bounce pass feed, staying with it. They kick it out. Hurst. Hurst is going to get blocked at the shot clock violation. He looks at Coach Casey and explains, I didn't know how much time. And again, the shot clocks are now in the corner on the floor right now at Tennessee Wesleyan. One's above the goal. One of them's malfunctioned, so they got to get some new ones shipped in. Foul on Wesleyan underneath, their second foul. Corrado picks up his first. That's going to get number 2, Carradine Hardrick, into the game, the junior guard from Deltona, Florida. And Inbounds comes to Blankenship. Foul underneath quickly on Tennessee Wesleyan. This one's going to be on Hardrick, his first, team third of the half. Johnson gets the inbounds into the hands of Billingsley. Poore takes it off the drive, and Hardrick's going to get his second foul in a matter of a few seconds. Actually, it's on Peyton West. Substitution window back in for Johnson. Lockhart will exit. Five-point game, 14-9. West controlling the ball for Tennessee Wesleyan here. Hardrick out top of the key, gets it to Hurst. Hurst dribbles around the top of the key, pull up just inside the arc. Arcing shot no good, collected there by Rice, and Johnson will clear it out. Here's Blankenship trying to take it off the drive. No foul called. Rebound comes down to Rice. Jump ball should give it to Tennessee Wesleyan, and it will. Wesleyan defensively struggling to prevent Johnson from getting in the lane right here. Here's Hurst. Gets it into Reed. Long pass up to Runyon. Circles it back out to West. West will call the offense. As Wesleyan will get a sub coming to the table. Hardrick down to Reed. Reed back to the basket, making some strong moves, staying with it. 8 to shoot. Reed, sky hook in the lane, off the back iron. Hardrick comes, get the rebound. Shot clock resets. So we go under 13 minutes. Hurst, spin move. Tries to go up and under and makes it off the glass. 16-9, Bulldogs back in front by 7. Billingsley up the floor, gets it over to Wendell. Down low feed. Rice misses it, but the foul on Wesleyan underneath. It'll be a two-shot foul. This one's going to be the first on Ty Runyon. 5th on Tennessee Wesleyan. Rice misses the first free throw. Wesleyan's going to get Amari Young back into the game, replacing Peyton West. Hurst will get a breather as well. His number 12, Charles Neverton, 6'2" junior guard from Baltimore, Maryland, checks in. Rice misses both free throws. Ball tipped up and around. Coming away with it is going to be Neverton. Up to Reed. Reed in transition. Layup is blocked, but it'll be a foul coming on Billingsley. That's his first, team second. So Jay Reed at the stripe. Just 3 of 9 on the season, not too many. First free throw for Reed is off the mark. Lockhart back in here for the Royals. Reed in and out on the second free throw. It's going to be Billingsley to bring it up the court. 16-9, Wesleyan still in front. They've never trailed in this one. Have not been tied. Far side. Blankenship with it, trying to back his way down into the paint. Instead they come left side to Woods. Shot clock at 8. Young picks the pocket, trying to push the pace, going up. Off the glass, no good. Rebound collected by Woods. Runyon tries to help pick the pocket from behind, but they'll clear it out. Wendell takes the 3 in the near corner and drills it. His dad, the head coach at William Blount High School. And again, former Bulldog here. Reed had it poked away, but gets it right back now into the paint. Little sky hook, no good. Hardrick with a big offensive board, and the putback is good. Sheridan Hardrick cleans up the glass. Back to a 6-point game, 18-12. Drive by Billingsley, makes the double clutch as Hardrick was trying to prevent him from getting there. 18-14. Under 11 we go. Young gets a screen from Reed. Everton's going to pull it from 3, deep from the NAIA logo. 7-point advantage. Runyon guarding Billingsley in the backcourt. Now Billingsley trying to go all the way in. Layup is good, and the foul coming. This one's going to be the second on Runyon. Team 6th. West will re-enter. Both groups getting substitutions in. Some new faces for this Tennessee Wesleyan Ball Club, mixed with several guys that have been around playing under Coach Ray Stone the last couple of years. So 3-point play is converted at the line for Johnson. Ball is knocked out of bounds on the inbounds. So Wesleyan will switch the inbounder. Harder gets the inbounds now. Back to Neverton. He'll take it all the way in, missed it. Cordado trying to battle for it underneath, couldn't get it. Now here comes Poor with it. Poor back into the ball game along with Moore. And he travels with it. Wesleyan trying to get something going offensively to increase this 7-point or 4-point lead, led by as many as 8 2 different times. Here's Young out front, working against Poor. They're wanting to work it inside. Now they get a screen. Now the lob down low. Cordado, layup missed on the right side. Had a good spin move down low. The Spaniard just couldn't get that one to fall. Billingsley feeds it down to Lockhart. Lockhart trying to body up down low. Sky hook for him is good. And we got a 1-possession game here, 21-19. Young bringing it up. Works it to the right wing. Neverton with it. Pulls up from just behind the free throw line, and that's a clutch shot there as the defender was closing out. Neverton, 2 big made shots for him. Missed a layup, but he's made an outside shot from the NAIA logo, and that about 16, 17-footer. Wendell got an off-ball screen. Jumper, short jumper is made for him. Back to a 2-point game. Here's West, taking it strong to the hoop, missed the layup. Lockhart clears the board for Johnson. Royals pushing it into the far corner. Billingsley lobs down to Lockhart. 15-footer in the corner, no good. Young with the backside board. Under 8.5 to play in the first. Neverton going for another one that's deep. This time from the Farmer Court logo was well short. Billingsley. They're going to call goaltending on that one. And so the bucket will count, and we're tied up at 23 apiece. First time we've been tied. 8:15. Woods back into the game. Hurst couldn't connect on that one. It'll be Wendell trying to key it in. Lob into Lockhart. Lockhart makes a move to the basket and draws the foul on the shot. Cordado picks up his second, team 7th. Jay Reed set to come back in. Now officials having a conversation between Hurst and Lockhart, trying to maybe cool off some emotions. So Lockhart waiting on the ball, 67% shooter on the season. Johnson takes their first lead on that made free throw. 24-23, second one off the mark. Hurst collects the rebound. Young gets a screen from Reed, top of the key. Double screen by him and West. Back to West it goes. Never done in the far corner. Now West for three from the NAIA logo, missed it. And they'll go out of bounds off of Tennessee Wesleyan. Johnson walking it up the floor. Lob down to Lockhart. Reed guarding him. Big body and the offensive foul called there on Lockhart. Good job by Jay Reed to stand in there and take the shoulder. Lockhart's going to pick up his first. Team 3rd. It's going to bring Ben Rice back to the floor for Johnson from Hanson, Massachusetts. Young gets free all the way to the left side. And Wesleyan back in front by 1. 7:25 to play, 25-24. Bulldogs in front. Moore gets it to Wendell. Wendell pump fake, got free. Short jumper off the mark. And Wesleyan's Rashawn Hampton, who checked in, the freshman guard from Winchester, Kentucky, cleared that rebound. Now Hurst inside. Layup off the glass is good. Wesleyan now finding a little bit more rhythm. 7 minutes to play, 3-point advantage once again. Hampton hit the deck. Three-pointer off the mark, over the back on Woods, no call. And then a foul is going to bail Woods out as Wesleyan's Hampton going to get called for the foul. Team 8th. So Woods at the stripe. Misses the first one. Some might say Paul don't lie, but 3-point advantage still for the Bulldogs. 6:41 to play here in the first half of action. Rattles that one home. Wesleyan seeing this full court press, having to do something with it. Now wide open Hampton, nice feed from Young, transition basket. Poor sends it back out front to Moore. Moore driving in. That's going to be a hard foul underneath on Wesleyan. This one's going to be the second on Hampton, so a lot of foul trouble here early for the Bulldogs. Runyon with 2, Hampton with 2, and Gordado with 2. So Moore will step to the stripe. 76% shooter on the season. Misses the front end of that one. Lockhart along with Blankenship return for the Royals. Second one is good. Back to a 3-point game. Here comes Hurst across the time stripe. Coach Casey calling out the signals. Hurst pulls up from just inside the arc. Got shoved to the ground, no call. Bunch of players hitting the deck here, but everybody back on their feet. Blankenship transition, goes up and under. Feeds it to Woods, and Reed were tied up, and this one's going to be on Jay Reed. So Wesleyan in a lot of foul trouble here. Team 10th. That'll be 2 shots coming for Woods at the stripe. Taurus Woods, 20 points per game for his average. Currently with 1 point. Make that 2. Just a few ticks under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Hurst collects the rebound. Hurst was his 4th board along with the 4 points. And he gets it to number 4, Jay Reed. Reed to Hampton. Hampton for 3, missed it. Everybody hitting the deck after 3-point attempts. Layup no good. Reed somehow gets a rebound without somehow getting fouled over the back. Now Young transitions. Whew. You hear the gasp from the crowd as he lays it in over the front of the rim, and it about popped back out on him. You can just hear everybody kind of gasp. Here's Moore. Fadeaway 2 is good. And it's once again back to a 2-point game. These two AAC juggernauts battling it out here. Young, quick crossover, going to the right wing, working against Blankenship. Gets free, fall away, jumper is good on the baseline for Amari Young. Wesleyan just needs a stop here defensively. Moore working against Hampton. A lot of pushing off. That one is too, and Blankenship's going to draw his first foul. Team 3rd. Team 4th, correction. Hardrick and Runyon return for Reed and Young. Ty Hurst grabs the mop and cleans up some moisture. Wendell back in. Fixing is Ben Rice, a graduate student. Runyon's going to be the man to bring it up the floor. Woods set to pick him up. Here's Hardrick, top of the key. Hurst on the right wing, gets a screen from Hardrick. Lob it over to West, he'll pull the quick 3 in the far corner. Wendell collects the backside rebound. 4:15 to go. Wendell thought about the 3, instead he'll pass it up and give it to Woods. Moore feed into Hardrick, and Hardrick's going to pick up his 2nd foul there. Of course, team already in the double bonus, so Lockhart will go to the stripe once again. 1 of 2 there today. Got 2 different coaching styles here. Coach Casey all up on his feet the majority of the time as Lockhart makes it. And on the other end, Coach Logan Sharp really only stands up to make a few calls, and everything else just kind of makes from the seat. What to say, Johnson has turned into a school that's recruited some Tennessee former coaches. Coach Dave Serrano has been their baseball coach last year. And Tony Jones, who was on staff with Bruce Pearl up at UT and also went on to Auburn with him. He's now at Johnson University. Hardrick's going to pick up his third on an offensive foul. Runyon guarding Billingsley. Drive inside. Moore loses the handle, regains it, feeds it to Woods. Runyon maybe got a piece of that one. Good defensive stand here by the Bulldogs. 3.5 to go. Hurst goes into the lane, Euro step, off the glass, couldn't get the touch. Here comes Billingsley up the court, gets to the top of the key, looks to the left, sends it to Woods. Lob down to Lockhart. Hardrick with 3 fouls already, gets a piece of that one. He'll get the rebound and clear it to Runyon. 3:05 to go. West sets up the offense with 20 to shoot. West pulls up in front of Lockhart, high off the glass, or off the rim, and just doesn't fall in. Long lob down to Lockhart. He tips it out of bounds while he's standing out of bounds, so the Bulldogs will survive another trip down, clinging to this 3-point lead, 33 to 30. Runyon across midcourt, drops it to Hurst. Hurst spin move to the lane and good off the glass for Ty Hurst, a Carter High School native. 5-point game. Billingsley looking for some help, gets it to Wendell. Woods got Hurst on the ground, but Hurst poked it away for a moment. Woods recovers and drills a big three. Down to a 2-point game. 2:05 to play. Hampton double dribbled. He's trying to get it to Runyon, but picked it up. And tried to dribble it again. So Bulldogs, a couple of turnovers, only 2 so far, make that 3. 1:55 to go. Johnson can take their second lead of the game. They knock down another long ball. Here's Woods, hands it off to Poore, and Poore slips. That was a slip, but they're going to get Hampton with his third foul. So Wesleyan with 3 fouls for Hardrick, 3 fouls for Hampton. Runyon's got 2, and Corrado makes 2 as well. Poore misses the second, or the first one. Poore's second one missed. Ball on the ground, Hurst goes for it. Hurst helped to his feet by Lockhart. Timeout on the court, 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Out of the timeout by the Bulldogs. It'll be Runyon bringing it up the court. Gets it to West, 1:33 to go. First half action. Hampton with it, top of the key, gets it to Runyon. Little 3-man weave action. Hardrick coming to set a screen, shot clock at 10. Hurst from just inside the 3-point line, missed it. Rebound tipped around, out of bounds, off of Wesleyan. Looked like Hardrick got the last finger on it, trying to hit it off of the Johnson players, but didn't work out. Runyon about picks the pocket of Billingsley right there. Billingsley sends it over to Poor. Poor working deep into the shot clock. At 10, stays with it. Now Billingsley top of the key, driving in. Kicks out, Poor. Hampton avoids the foul call, and Poor looks back at the bench who complained about the shot and said, look, there's 1 second on the shot clock. 46 seconds to go. Wesleyan still in front, 35-33. It's been almost a minute and a half or more since we've had a bucket made by either team. Hardrick setting a screen for West. Here's Hampton for three. He answers back. Ends a scoring drought. 5-point game. And it's 15, Billingsley with the ball against Runyon. Wesleyan fans wanting the push off. Clock down to 10 seconds. Billingsley to Wendell. Wendell, little head fake. Step back three, no good. Hampton with the backside rebound. And then a foul as Hampton sent that one the full length of the floor. This one is going to be on Poor, his second. 1.5 remaining. Wesleyan will just try to get this one inbounds, and Hurst gets it into West, and that'll be the buzzer. So at the end of the first half, the Bulldogs led by as many as 8, but withstand a run by Johnson and take the 38-33 lead at the half into the locker room. We'll take a break here for halftime on the Bulldog Digital Network. Stay tuned for more. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network is second half is getting set to start here from James L. Robb Gymnasium. Bulldogs lead this one by 5, 38-33. Trying to pick up the win against Johnson to get above 500 and earn the split on the night. Looking at your first half stats, Wesleyan shooting 45.9%, Johnson 40.7%. From behind the arc, it's 33.3 in favor of the Bulldogs compared to the 28.6. Free throws, Wesleyan 0 for 2 from the line. Johnson 9 of 20 for 45%. Wesleyan's only committed 2 turnovers, giving up 1 point. 5 turnovers by the Royals, giving up 4 points. Rebounds, Wesleyan losing that one 21-23. Assists 7-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. And 4 blocks and 2 steals. The Bulldogs lead that one as well. Leading scorer for the Royals is Isaiah Poore with 11. Amari Young answers that as well with 11 of his own, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for the Bulldogs. 7 rebounds by Ty Hurst gives him the leading number there. Johnson with the ball out of the break. First shot missed and a blocking foul called on Tennessee Wesleyan's Peyton West. That's his second. Team first of the half. See baseball head coach Billy Berry over there, along with assistant coach Mendoza, who newcomer. Baseball season will kick off in late January, early February. First free throw no good for Woods. Just over 30 seconds played here in the second half. Wesleyan still leading by 5. Woods trying to cut down into this. And he misses it. Push off by Wendell, no call. Put back by Wendell, second chance opportunity is good. 38-35, Young with it out front. West, instead they lob it inside. Guardado makes another one inside. Gives them quite the size advantage. He did have to sit with 2 fouls early in the first half. Spin by Moore, looked like he traveled with it. Now foul underneath by Young. West. No, it's going to be on West, his third. Ty Runyon going to come in for him. Hardrick back in for Jay Reed. Or no, correction. It's going to be Hampton in. Wendell moving around on the baseline. And the foul is going to be on Tennessee Wesleyan. Sean Hampton. Coach Casey trying to get a call, but our explanation for it, couldn't do it. Woods makes the first one. Second one pops out into the hands of Hardrick. He'll clear it out to Young. Young hands it off to Hurst. Hurst gets to the right side of the block, kicks out to Hampton. Hampton sidesteps the defender, 3-pointer up and good. Rashawn Hampton drills the long ball. 7-point advantage again for the Bulldogs. Led by as many as 8 early in this ball game, 5 minutes into it. Bounce pass feed, Wesleyan gets beat back door as Moore is going to lay that one in on the right side, and foul trouble for the Bulldogs, preventing that one from being defended tighter. Young goes up against Lockhart. A lot of contact, no whistle. Letting them play physical on that end of the floor. Take by Woods, missed it. Hardrick gets the rebound, clears it out to Hurst. Hurst goes to the right side of the court. Sends it back near side to Hardrick. Hardrick's going to hand off to Hampton. Hampton for another 3. Off the front rim into the hands of Hurst. Bucket and the foul for Ty Hurst. That one Tyler Moore's going to pick up his first. And so Ty Hurst steps to the line, 89% shooter on the season, trying to make it a three-point play here. Dead off the left side of the rim. Still a 7-point game, 45-38. Very low scoring. Johnson averages 94 points a game. Wesleyan 77 points per game. Very stagnant offensively for both teams. Out of bounds off of Johnson. It'll be Young bringing it up the court. 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. Young trying to get past Poor. Feed down low. Missed dunk underneath from Wesleyan's big man. Poor, top of the key. Goes right side of the lane, high dribble. Young stays with him all the way down. Little pump fake gets the defenders in the air, and the fall away jumper is good. Young working against Poor again. Gets a big screen, goes up. Layup missed, but the contact is called. And this one going to be on Woods, his first. Team second of the half. Young kind of slow to get up, kind of hit the deck pretty hard. Young takes a deep breath at the line. Knocks the first one home. Young calling for a breather after he hit that deck. Pretty hard. Runyon's going to come replace him. Neverton in for Hampton. 7-point advantage once again. Wesleyan just cannot get over that hurdle of the 7-point lead. They've had it now 3 times here in the second half. Out front, Lockhart with it. Feed into the high post. Moore working against Runyon. Woods trying to get the lay in. Hardrick with another backside rebound. Quickly up the floor. Neverton, layup no good. Put back no good. Lockhart cleans up the board. Hardrick's got 6 boards to his credit. A foul on the fast break layup. That's on Ty Hurst. His first, team fourth already. 2 shots coming for Taurus Woods at the line. Woods with 6 points. He's 3 of 8 from the line. Knocking down a 3 as well. Blankenship set to check in. Woods converts both. Substitution will be allowed to come in. Woods exit, looks like holding that hand. Runyon controlling the point, working against Poor. Bounce pass feed, top of the key. Cordado gets it to Hurst. Now a backdoor cut. Neverton makes a nice reverse lay-in. Drive here by Poor. Ball deflected. Lockhart ends up with it. Sky hook into the paint is good for the big man Lockhart. Runyon guarded closely by Moore. Finally across the Bulldog logo at midcourt. Here's Runyon. Fakes the drive. Step back jumper off the mark. Blankenship pulls down the rebound. He'll bring it across midcourt. Goes to the left hand. Pass intercepted there by Neverton. Neverton all the way in. Puts it on his hip, and that's a goaltend. Got it. Defense had to recover quickly. Poor going to pick it up in the lane and make the short jumper. So both teams just trading buckets back and forth, back and forth. Foul shooting being the only difference between the two, and keeping it to a 4-point game here. Neverton takes it right side of the paint, off the glass, no good. Ball tipped out into Lockhart's hands. He'll clear it out to the guard and Blankenship. Blankenship down low, finds a wide open Wendell. And timeout called by Johnson. Full timeout as they cut it back to a one-possession game at 2 points. 51-48, Bulldogs leading it. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Out of the timeout, Ty Runyon bringing it up the court for the Bulldogs, 51-48. Should be 49, but nonetheless. Ty Hurst makes the lay-in. Four-point game. Now a foul here on Blankenship. Here's Hurst, goes left side of the lane, gets stuck, looking for help, steps through a double team, layup no, or jumper no good. Corrado pulls off the rebound, the putback is good. Seven-point advantage once again. Bulldogs trying to buckle down defensively. Lockhart gets the pass. Lay-in missed, cleaned up by the Bulldogs. Here comes Hurst, far side, gets it to Runyon. Runyon had an open look, instead he'll pass it up. Here's Hurst out front. Hurst fadeaway jumper is good. 9-point advantage for the Bulldogs now. 13 minutes to play. Here's Moore between the legs working against Runyon. Into the paint. Fade away for him, and the paint is good by Tyler Moore. Wesleyan a missed opportunity. Here comes Runyon, gets a steal at midcourt. Over to Hurst. Hurst layup on the right side is good. It's been Ty Hurst the last couple of trips down for Tennessee Wesleyan. They're going to keep letting him take the ball. Hurst now with 14 points. to lead the Bulldogs in scoring. Missed take there by Moore. Hardrick cleans up another board for himself. Hardrick with now 7 rebounds. Runyon left side lay-in is good. He came flying across the lane. And the Bulldogs back in front by 11, or now at 11. Their largest lead of the game. Moore trying to work quickly into the paint. Fadeaway jumper again. It's tipped back in by Lockhart. (61-52) as we approach the 11:20 mark. Left side, Hurst takes a 3. His shooting cooled off there as he moved deeper into the shooting. Now West is going to pick up a foul in transition. It's going to be his 4th. Team 5th. That's going to bring number 34, Stratton Lavorne, the junior guard out of Shelbyville, Tennessee, to the table. Mari Young back in as well. And Jay Reed returns as well. They leave Peyton West out there with 4 fouls. 5 team fouls. Wendell set the kid in. Lob into Rice. He'll kick it out to Poor. Poor, 15-footer, is good. Wesleyan having to fight through some off-ball screens there. Here's Young with it. Brings it near side. Off the dribble, he's trying to take Blankenship. I'll take Billingsley, correction. Missed the lay-in. Collected here by Poor. Trying to cut into this 7-point lead of the Bulldogs. Missed it. Woods with the backside rebound and a foul on Peyton West, and he's going to foul out of the ball game. And so Peyton West is going to foul out of the ball game. So Hampton going to come in. Bulldog fans wanted the foul call on Jay Reed. He's only got 1 to his credit. Wendell bounce pass into the paint to Rice. Poor on the far wing. Takes the drive and draws the contact on the shot. This one's going to be on Stratton Lavorne. His first, team 6th. Ty Hurst cleans up some blood or something off the finger. So he gets set. Poor at the line. First one is in. 61-55. Lockhart replaces Wendell. Wesleyan trying to keep this lead, but foul trouble is starting to rear its head. Hampton, who checked in for West, has 4 fouls. Both free throws are good. Young going to control the point here. Young works it to the left side. Gets past his defender. Euro step through the lane. Lay in good with the left hand. Young going to pick up Billingsley right at midcourt. High post feed. Hurst all over Woods. Woods takes the shot, and then the late foul. That one's going to be on Hurst, his second. He's one of a couple of Bulldogs that could afford a foul. Lockhart, no, I take that back. Poor. Let's just look at the official stats. Poor with 2 fouls and Blankenship with 2 fouls. Really the only foul trouble for Johnson. Ty Hurst now with 2. Hampton with 4. Cordado with 2. Runyon with 2. Hardrick with 3. And then Reed and Lavorne and Young with 1 apiece. So Woods at the strike. Goes 1 of 2 there. 6-point game, 63-57. 10 minutes to play. It's been a long first 10 minutes of the second half. Lavorne, left side, lay-in is good. Young picks it up with Billingsley. Now here's Woods around the top of the key. Hampton on him. And Woods just continues to make some shots. Wesleyan has not been able to stop him in quite some time. Woods now with 11. Poor with 17 is yet to score in the second half. Hurst at the high post. Got Rice on him. Trying to make a move. Pull up jumper from the left elbow, just short on it. He's knocked down a couple from there already. Not a bad look. Here's Poor, kicks it out. Lockhart away from the basket. Down to Woods. Lockhart gets the rebound, goes up strong, over the back on by Rice, and finally Ben Rice called for that one. Lavorne going to inbound it. Hampton out. Neverton back in. 8:50 to play. Lavorne gives it back to Young. Young drives. Floater in the lane, no good. Rice pulls off the rebound. And then a tie up down low. Reed and Lockhart getting tied up, and Reed's going to pick up the foul. So Jay Reed's second foul. Wesleyan already at 8 fouls. Puts Lockhart, of course, at the line for a 1-and-1. Lavorne will exit. Cordado back in. Lockhart's 1-on-1 attempt missed. Hurst gets the outlet pass. 8:20 to go. Wesleyan still in front, 65-59. High post feed. Cordado. Now a long three by Neverton, missed. Lockhart comes and gets the long rebound. Lob down to Wendell. Stripped on the way up, still losing it. Out of bounds, it goes off of Wesleyan. Good recovery defense by Hurst and Neverton, along with Reed, and being able to handle it in a quick timeout here on the court by Johnson. So 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Back out of the timeout by Johnson. It's Wendell with it in near corner, gets it out to Woods. 65-59, Wesleyan in the front. 8 minutes to play here. Woods, step back, long two is good. And Taurus Woods has been the man for Johnson here late. Young, high post feed, gets it. Cordado, Reed overplayed by Poor. Now Hurst has a three in the corner, missed it. Ball tipped back. Hurst ends up with it into the paint. Pull up from just inside the 15-foot line, no good. Poor collided with Hurst on the fadeaway. Coach Sharp up, trying to make the call. Shot clock already down to 16. Here's Wendell, takes a three at the top of the key, missed it. Hurst thought he had the rebound, but Poor trying to save it, and it'll knock the Gatorade cups off the top of the cooler. 7:13 to play. It's a 4-point game. Tyler Moore coming back in here. Jay Reed gets it. Here's Hurst. Over to Reed on the right wing. Reed, a little shoulder fake, now trying to drive in against Wendell, and he makes the bucket with the foul. Jay Reed willing that one in. This one's going to be the first on Caden Wendell. 67-61. Jay Reed will step to the line. 0 for 2 there tonight. But now that he's seen the layup go in for his first basket, he makes it a 3-point play at the line. Bulldog fans wanted the lane violation called, but Young guarding Moore tightly up the floor. Moore drops it back to Lockhart. You got to find Woods. He's been the guy going everywhere for Johnson. Lockhart in the lane, bodies up, sky hook, no good. Here's Young getting it, and then a foul. And it looks like maybe a twisted ankle for Woods. Woods is going to pick up his second, team 6th. Hurst going to inbound it far side. Young had gotten tripped up on the foul. Now Hurst gets it right back, 6:35 to play, 68-61. Bulldogs leading this one. Johnson led it 24-23, but it's been all Tennessee Wesleyan since then. Cordado, little quick hook from the low block, no good. Woods takes a deep three, glances off the front of the rim and drops straight down into the hands of Ty Hurst. Young looking to call out the play. Wesleyan may try to start running deep into the shot clock. 6 minutes to play, shot clock at 15. Needing to pull away a little bit more. Cordado gets the lob inside. Easy lay in for the big man from Spain. Here's Moore, a drive and take, and the foul's going to be called on the shot. And this one's going to be on Amari Young, his second. Team's in the double bonus, but it would be 2 shots anyway. Young comes back to talk to the coaching staff. Tyler Moore at the stripe. 76% shooter on the season. He's 1 of 2 there today. Makes the first one. 8-point game, 70-62. Woods will take a seat. Moore's second one is good. Timeout called by Johnson. We'll take it with him here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Wesleyan leading by 7, 63-70. out of the Johnson timeout. Wesleyan with 5:40 left. Hurst going to be the guy to inbound it, trying to get it into Neverton. He does. Neverton right back to Hurst. It goes. Jay Reed, Ty Runyon out there as well. High post feed to Cordado. Ball on the ground. Rolling into the hands of Moore. Here's Moore. He'll circle back out on the perimeter. Three-pointer on the way. Bounces in for Johnson. That cuts it to a 4-point game. Wesleyan led by as many as 11 about 6 minutes ago. Now only lead it by 4. Runyon in the paint. Throws it up there. Tip out. Ends up into the hands of the Royals. Blankenship. Here's Moore. Runyon. That was a good-looking poke away there. Player was running by him. Actually, they're going to call it on Reed. Be 2 shots for Tyler Moore. .454 remaining. Can cut this to a 1-possession game. He does just that. Wesleyan's Neverton will check out. Hampton back in. Moore trying to make it a 2-point game, and he does just that. 70-68. Here's Runyon. Poor's going to try to pick him up. Bounces it over to the big man. Now Hurst has it. Hurst trying to feed it into Reed on the cut. Defense slaps it away. Reed quickly pulls the hands down. 4:38 to play, 15 on the shot clock. Reed with it. Looking for help. Shot clock now at 7. Ball deflected. Runyon gets bodied in the back. And a second foul on Moore. Team 7, so Ty Runyon, the local product from McMinn County High School, will step to the charity stripe. First trip there today. They're going to call a lane violation on Tennessee Wesleyan, so Bulldogs missed the opportunity to extend this to a 2-possession game. Some shadow pressing here by the Bulldogs in 3/4 of the court. Young coming back to the scorer's table. Here's Moore with it, working against Runyon. Runyon trying to stay right there with him. Wendell trying to get open for 3. He does from the top of the key, and it's in there. And Johnson has their second lead of the ball game, 71-70. Wesleyan can regain it though. Runyon gets it to Cordado. Runyon trying to come get it back. Here's Hurst. Hurst, fadeaway jumper is good. Ty Hurst gives the Bulldogs the lead right back. 3:26 to go. Here's Poor on a drive. Layup is good, and Johnson goes right back in front. Coach Sharp slaps the court for the Royals, trying to get him to press up defensively. Here's Runyon against Poor. Cordado up top. Here's Hurst going all the way in. Blocking foul called against the Royals. Blankenship. That's going to be his third. And so Ty Hurst is going to step to the line. Knoxville, Tennessee native. Leading the way with 16 points. He's 0 of 1 from the stripe tonight. Hurst makes the first one. 2:01 remaining, tied up. Second time we've been tied. Hurst missed it, so the Royals can keep the lead, 73-73, if they make a bucket here. More with it, under 3 we go. Left side, Wendell, out to Blankenship. Blankenship, a little head fake, gets free on the drive. Shovel pass deflected, Lockhart had to regroup. Wesleyan trying to break down defensively. Moore takes a deep 3. Johnson keeps the lead. 2.5, and they lead it by 3, their largest lead of the ball game. Coach Casey wants to talk it over and call a timeout. Tennessee Wesleyan timeout on the court, trailing by 3, their largest deficit of the game with 2:26 remaining. We'll be back on the Bulldog Digital Network. Out of the Wesleyan timeout, and we apologize online if you're watching, trying to get the scoreboard on the screen to work, but appreciate our buddy Chris Leonard keeping me updated on that. So Wesleyan down by 3, 76-73, 2:26 to play in this one. Wesleyan trying to earn the split on the night. Johnson trying to earn the sweep. Get back into the win column. Wesleyan trying to make it 2 games in a row. Young trying to get the pass down on the pick and roll to Manny. Shot clock at 10 seconds. Hampton going to inbound it. Long lob into Hurst. Maintains possession of it. Guarded closely by Poore. Takes a deep 3 and drills it. Ty Hurst knots this game back up with 76 all. 2 minutes to play. Lockhart up top. Now Blankenship sends it over to Moore. Wendell, ball fake, and Reed's going to pick up that foul, and that's going to be his 4th. Just easy for the official to call. It'll be a 2-shot foul coming for Caden Wendell, and a coach's son, 80% shooter on the season. Then played at William Blount High School. And that Kevin, former teammate of now assistant athletic director Ray Stone here at Tennessee Wesleyan. First one is good. 1:44 to go. Missed it. So Wesleyan can regain the lead here. Hampton bringing it up the floor after the rebound. Double high screen. Hurst calling for it. Gets it on the wing with Blankenship. Reed setting the screen for him. Hurst. Fadeaway jumper in the lane is good. Ty Hurst puts the Bulldogs back in front. 78-77. 1:20 to play. 3-pointer by Wendell, no good. Well, it about went in on the second bounce. Cordato got away with a travel right there. Now Wesleyan going to turn it over. No, it's going to be out of bounds on Johnson. A couple of players collide on the floor, and everybody quickly to check on them. Looked like a defensive back and receiver going at it. Wesleyan's Hampton up quickly with the help of his teammates, and then it's going to be Poore that jumps up on the other side. Both guys, I think, still shaking off a little bit of that contact. They're going to clean up some moisture on the floor. Wesleyan's going to have to inbound it underneath. Hurst is going to be the guy to key it in. 1:05 to play. Bulldogs lead it 78-77. Hurst trying to get it in. Gets it into Jay Reed. Back to Hurst it goes near corner. Hurst working against Moore. Shot clock is at 20. Plenty of time. Here's Hurst on the drive into the paint. Loses the handle. Got slapped on it. Here's Hampton trying to make a comeback. Him and Young trying to defend Moore. Hurst. Now they're going to get the foul called. Inside. This one's going to be the third on Ty Hurst. Foul trouble is going to be something that the Bulldogs are going to have to clean up. They want to make a run in the conference play. So Tyler Moore has spent a lot of time at the line. He's 5 of 6 there tonight. Only Woods and Poore have taken more free throws. Combined 21 between the two of attempts. Moore converts the first one. 48.5 remaining. Moore trying to give Johnson the lead once again. And he does just that. 79-78, Johnson in front, and they'll take the timeout to talk it over. We'll take it with them here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Timeout horn is blowing, trying to get both teams back to the court. 48.5 remains in this one, and it's a close one. 79-78, Johnson now in front. After Tyler Moore makes 2 free throws to give himself 19 points. There's 4 Royals in double figures. Moore and Poore, 19 points apiece. As Young will bring it up the court for the Bulldogs. He's got Hurst, Hampton, Reed, and Corrado out there. Corrado on that baseline waiting. They're trying to feed it to him. Jump ball is going to be the signal. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Possession arrow on the scoreboard says it's Tennessee Wesleyan ball. I don't know why Johnson fans think it's their ball, but it's been that way the whole time because Johnson got it. We've not had another jump ball since the opening of the second half. Now a foul underneath. That one's going to be on Rice. His second, team ninth. 2 shots coming for Jay Reed at the strike. 2 big free throws coming here. Reed 1 for 3 there today. And he makes it. Big time free throw there, and the next one is even bigger. 29.8, so the shot clock will be off. And Reed converts it. 8th time we have changed hands of the lead, and a lot of it has been here in the final 4 minutes. In fact, 6 of them have been during this final 4 minutes. We've been tied 5 different times. As Wesleyan regains the lead 80-79. Timeout on the court. We'll stay here with you through it. Again, Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs will be back in action on Saturday as Montreat comes to town. And, of course, coming from that Black Mountain area, western North Carolina, and all the tragedy they had this year with Hurricane Helene and still trying to recover. It will be a even longer road trip potentially for them, having to detour around. So please continue to keep those communities, the East Tennessee portions up there in Unicoi County and Cocke County, and of course, pretty much all of western North Carolina, especially the mountainous areas, as they continue to recover. So out of the timeout, it'll be Young, Hampton, Reed, Hurst, and Cordado. Johnson has a full length of the court to go. Wendell gets it into Moore. Shot clock is off. Moore guarded by Hampton. Right wing, it's Woods. He had the hot hand most of the second half. He's at 15 points. Now out to Moore. He's got 19, tied for the lead. Quick crossover against Hampton. Blocked by Coronado. Inside ball struggled for. And they give a timeout to Johnson. Ball was still being battled around. Full timeout by Johnson. As Coach Casey looking. And the ref explaining the call. Coach Casey there is Johnson able to get a timeout called. And so it's 8.4 remaining, 1-point game, 80-79. It's going to be Johnson ball underneath the goal on the right side. So they'll have it underneath on the right side. Johnson huddling up. Coach Sharp, with the help of Coach Tony Jones down there, drawing up the play. Again, a 1-point game. Wesleyan still with a couple of timeouts to their credit. First horn sounds. Coach Casey's still talking. Royals have broken their huddle. They're ready to go. So again, Hampton out there. You got Hurst, Young, Reed, and Cordado, who came away with a big block right there in the lane on that drive by Woods. Wendell's going to be set to key it in. Big inbound for the freshman. And it comes to Poor. Poor slides away. Jump ball to call. It will stay with Johnson, though. 6 seconds to play. Wendell going to key it in from the same place he just did. Wendell gets it in. Lockhart gets fouled on the shot. As they're going to say, the Bulldog fans erupt in frustration on that one. Cordado picks up his third. That one was a shooting foul. Lockhart's going to come into the lane. 2 of 5 on the night. Mason Lockhart, 4.6 remaining. The crowd stomping their feet and yelling. Lockhart makes the first one. Our 6th tie of the night. 4.6 remaining. Coach Randy Casey wants to talk it over. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him here on the Bulldog Digital Network. 4.6 remaining, and we are tied up at 80 apiece with the second free throw from Mason Lockhart coming up. He is now 3 of 6 from the line. And chance to give Johnson the lead here with 4.6 remaining. Coach Casey telling his team to play, don't worry about the timeout. They've already drawn it up. He's short on it, ball tipped out. Hurst has it. Hurst trying to get rid of it. He's blocked. And we've got overtime coming. 80 all. Wesleyan got the miss and got the rebound, but Hurst got stuck, picked up the dribble, and Royals just kind of closed it out right there. And so we'll get some free basketball here in the first Appalachian Athletic Conference doubleheader from James L. Robb. Let's take a short break, and we'll be right back for the overtime period. So we'll have a jump ball here from overtime, 80 points apiece for either team. 5-minute overtime period. We'll re-jump the ball. Both teams get a timeout added. Tip goes to Tennessee Wesleyan this time, and Amari Young will bring it up the court. We've had 7 different ties. Lead has changed hands 8 times. Down low, Cordado loses it off his leg into the hands of Poor. Trying to make a post move across the paint. Drops it back to Moore now. Wendell setting a high screen. Down low feed to Lockhart. Lockhart gets the lay in and the 9th lead change of the game. Puts the Royals in front, 82-80. Here's Hampton to the left side of the lane, missed it. Coronado gets the putback, and it's tied up at 82 all. Johnson fans wanted the over-the-back call. Probably could have been called, but it wasn't, so they play on. Here's Poor, top of the key. Drops it to Woods. Woods trying to make a move against Jay Reed. Reed straight up with him. Ball bounces off to the left side. Wesleyan can take the lead back. 3:40 to play in overtime. Each team gets a timeout added, so Wesleyan with 2 timeouts. Johnson with only 1 now. Coach Casey standing up as he looks at Amari Young with the ball out on the right wing. Amari Young trying to take his defender and Wendell off the drive. Running, floater on the baseline is good. Amari Young gives Wesleyan another lead, the 10th lead change of the ball game. 84-82. Woods with it. Near corner, Wendell drops it down to Lockhart. Lockhart spins. Gets stuck, but makes the lay-in. Knotted up at 84 apiece. Wesleyan, though, does have possession. We have another tie. Young bounce pass feed to Cordado. Cordado out to Reed. Reed looking. Gets it back to Young. Shot clock down to 14. In low. Cordado will touch off the glass, no good. And Johnson with a chance to regain the lead here. Got 8 ties. Here's Wendell around the screen from Lockhart. Bounce pass feed down to Woods. Woods back to the basket. Hurst trying to play strong with him. Missed it. Reed pulls down the rebound for the Bulldogs. Clears it out to Young. Now over to Hurst. 2 minutes to go. 84 all. Again, lead has changed hands 10 times. We've had 8 ties, and majority of that coming in the last 7 minutes of this ball game, including regulation and overtime. Cordado sets a big screen. Young loses the handle, regains it. Defender hits the deck. Young, a floater on the lane, no good. Ball tipped out into the hands of Poor. Up to Moore. Hurst takes the blocking foul. And that's going to put Poor at the line for 2, his 4th. On Hurst. Hurst trying to plead his case with the official. The official shaking his head, no, you didn't have it, so it's going to be, it's Woods at the line for 2. I had it as Poor, so correction on my part. Woods misses the first one, 1:35 to play. 84 all. Misses both of them, and then Wesleyan fights each other for it. Cordado and Hurst both trying to make a play, and they'll go out of bounds. So Wesleyan has to regroup here. 20 on the shot clock, they say. Wendell has it, gets it in to Moore. Moore in the front court. 1.5 to play in overtime. Wendell sets a back screen. Moore doesn't use it, gets it back to Wendell. Far side, Poor with it. Now he drives in, loses the handle. No, he drops it to Woods. Missed shot. Hampton comes away with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Hurst into Cordado. Layup no good. Quick pull on the shot. And just a big man right there could not get it laid in. That left-handed lay-in. So we go under 60 seconds. Moore has Hampton on him. Hampton with 4 fouls. Hurst with 4 fouls. Moore trying to make some spin moves. Shot clock at 5. Low pass over to Wendell. Shot clock winding down, and it comes off to the right side. Wendell gets his own ball. Now it's tipped around. Hurst, Wendell with it. 30 seconds to play. 3-pointer in the corner is good for Woods. Just like the women's game we saw earlier, Johnson hits a late corner 3 to take the lead. 26.5 remaining is what they're showing now, 27. Wesleyan just had the ball bouncing around, couldn't get their hands on it. 87-84, Johnson leads it. The 11th time we've had a lead change already. Again, the game clock showing 27. They're trying to add some time to it. Wesleyan going to have the full length of the floor to go. Now the official's going to talk this one over about the time on the clock. Well, he tried to sub the official stop it, just not a timeout, so Wendell will have to come back in. 27.2 on the game clock. Mar Young is going to try to catch the inbounds from Jay Reed here. 27.2. Wesleyan needs 3 to tie. Hurst in the far corner. He's leading the team with 22 points. Gets it to Hurst. Hurst pulls up over Wendell. Looked good, but it falls off. Now Lockhart gets the rebound and draws the foul underneath. And that one's going to be the 5th on Jay Reed. So another Bulldog player fouling out here. Johnson on the verge of coming away with 2 big road victories with late second heroics Mason Lockhart will step to the line. More time than the women had earlier, but it was a Johnson three in that near corner that gave them the final lead as Lockhart makes it a 4-point game. 13.1, Johnson takes their final timeout. We'll take it with them here on the Bulldog Digital Network. So Lockhart at the line for the second one. It's a 5-point game, 89-84. Wesleyan got to go quick. Young into the lane, trying to slam it home and missed it, and that's going to just about do it. Just free throws from here on out for Johnson. We're looking to travel back to Knoxville. Hampton's going to pick up his 5th foul. And so 3 players fouling out here for the Bulldogs. .6 remaining in a 5-point game. Hampton out, Ty Runyon in. Young will stay in the ball game. Sending him on down, 5.6 remaining. Moore makes it, 6-point game. Final score, this one's not going to talk about the true outcome of this one, but it only matters in the wins and loss columns. Tyler Moore, second one on the way, and he makes both of them, 91-84. 7-point advantage. Wesleyan catches at midcourt. Stratton Lavorne takes a 3 as the buzzer getting ready to sound. He makes it, but it's going to be 4 points too short. Wesleyan, though, is going to have it. .6, should be 1.6. They're going to put 1.6 back on the clock. They're showing .9 right now. So Wesleyan, the best they can hope for is to get a 3-pointer off and get fouled. It's tipped away, and the Royals are going to sweep Wesleyan on the night. With the second game in overtime, 91-87, the final score here. Tennessee Wesleyan and Johnson, as the Royals come in and get 2 road victories in late game heroics after Wesleyan dominated both games. But the Royals close it out at the end, and sometimes that's all that matters, as they take the victory here in the guys' game, 91-87 here on the Bulldog Digital Network. We'll take a short break and then bring you some final stats here from Tennessee Wesleyan. Again, telling you the final score, 91-87, Johnson over Tennessee Wesleyan. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, where the Bulldogs suffer 2 defeats here at home tonight. In the guys' game, it was the Royals coming out in overtime, 91-87. Again, late game heroics at the end, knocking down free throws, but it was a big 3-point play by Taurus Woods that really sealed the deal for them, put them in front by 3, and Wesleyan just could not get an answer. Got a clean look, but just could not get anything else going for them down the stretch. So Bulldogs dropped to 2-3 overall. They are now 1-2 inside the conference and 0-1 here at home in the regular season. This is the first time they've been able to play outside of exhibitions on their home court. But Tennessee Wesleyan will have to wait till Saturday to try to get back into the win column as they fall to Johnson here. Royals end up shooting 44.6, Wesleyan 45.7. 37.5 from behind the arc for the Royals, 35% for the Bulldogs. Free throw percentage, Wesleyan gets the better of them by just a little bit, but it was still not a great look. 6 of 10 free throws for the Bulldogs, 60%. The other side for the Royals, they shoot 47 free throws. If that doesn't tell you the story of the ballgame with 30 fouls, of course, with 3 players fouling out for Tennessee Wesleyan, that kind of sums up a lot of it. 27 of 47 were the Royals, 57%. Neither team shooting well from behind the arc, but the Royals get enough of them there. 7 turnovers for the Bulldogs. The Royals got 8 points off of that. 10 points off of the 9 turnovers by the Royals. Rebounds, 56-41. Johnson wins that battle. 21 offensive, 35 defensive. Wesleyan had 11 offensive, 30 defensive. Wesleyan does assist on 12 shots compared to the 7 of Johnson. Had 5 blocks, a couple of them crucial down the stretch by the big man Manny. And then 4 steals apiece for either team. But again, the fouls, 30-14 in favor of Johnson on that one. So a big struggle for the Bulldogs. Looking at your individual scoring, 21 points by Tyler Moore, 9 of 10 from the free throw line. He had 5 boards. He had 19 points and 4 boards by Isaiah Poore. He had 5 and 9 from the line. Then Taurus Woods spent the most time at the charity stripe, 6 of 14. He had 18 points, 6 boards. And then a double-double for the big man Mason Lockhart. He had 15 points, 18 boards. And then the double-figure scorer, other double-figure scorers, Caden Wendell with 13 points, 5 rebounds, and he's a freshman, again, from William Blunt. On the other side for your Bulldogs, it's Ty Hurst leading the way, 10 of 20 from the floor, 1 of 6 from behind the arc, 1 of 3 from the line, 10 boards, 3 assists to go along with the 22 points he had. Amari Young, second leading scorer, 17 points, 4 boards, 6 assists. He was 7 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 1 behind the arc, and 2 of 2 from the line. 12 points on 6 of 15 shooting from the floor for Manny Corrado, and 8 rebounds to his credit. 9 points for Charles Neverton, 8 points for Sean Hampton, 5 for Jay Reed and Stratton Lavorne, 4 points by Ty Runyon, 3 for Peyton West, and 2 for Carradine Hardrick. So every Bulldog that saw the floor put points in for them, but just unfortunately too little too late as Johnson comes away with a big victory here on the road in the opening Athletic Appalachian Conference play here from Dwayne Farmer Court. And just a struggle for the Bulldogs defensively towards the end, but also just could not get some shots to fall. Ty Hurst was trying to pace them the entire way, knowing that he had knocked down 1 shot from behind the arc, but Amari Young, Charles Neverton, Rashawn Hampton, and Stratton Lavorne, along with Peyton West, knocking down 1, but just couldn't get a 3-ball to fall for them at the end when they were trying to tie it up at 87 apiece, and then that put them into the foul shooting situation where Johnson was able to knock down 27 of 47 free throws. Again, telling you, that is a huge difference in this ball game. Wesleyan doesn't foul out 3 guys. It might change a little bit of the way this one went, but Johnson does win it 91-87. Both Wesleyan teams going to try to get back into the win column on Saturday when Montreat comes to town for another doubleheader in the conference play. So that'll be an interesting matchup. See if both teams can rebound here on their home floor on what is expected to be a very cool November weekend. There's colder weather coming in to the action here. So we will go ahead and tell you again the final score. Wesleyan falls here 91-87 in the guys' game. Women's game, they fall 68-65. And it's just Johnson's night at the end. Proves you don't have to win most of the game. You just got to be winning at the end. As again, both Wesleyan teams controlling the scoreboard for a majority, at least 3/4 of the game. And both